Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome back to the channel and today's super special live stream. This is gonna be the first time I do a double question and answer um feature in the chat feature in a live stream because normally I just do one, like at the start or like kind of near the end of the live. But this time I decided to do two. The reason is because I want to have time to answer questions in case you weren't able to ask them before the diecast car racing event started. So yeah, I'm going to be opening all of these cars here actually. Um, I won't be racing all of them, but I will be racing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll be racing 11 cars separate from Subscribers Race 5. The reason is because I just want to know what the, fastest car is out of these 11 Hot Wheels cars I have. So yeah, and like I said, you're not going to want to miss what's in this box. It's super cool. I've already seen it before at the store. Before I get into opening stuff, I just thought I'd show two featured cars that I'm really excited to have in my collection. These two right here, they're both mini GT cars, and yes, they're $15 without tax, and then with tax, they're probably about 17 per car, or close to 17 anyways. So yeah, besides that, let's get into opening cars. People show up at any given point, that's fine with me. If you're not able to make it, well, I feel sad for those people who aren't able to make it, but you can always comment on these lives that I've made from today in the past few weeks and months if they're on my channel. And if you stop at a certain point and like you weren't able to see a car like really clearly, please do let me know because I will try to make like single separate videos from the lives in case someone wasn't able to see something, or if they weren't able to see it, just put it in the chat feature saying, hey, I want to see this car up close because I want to make as many people feel welcome as I can in my lives. Even though before I obviously said a few things about side chat stuff, but that was a few months or so ago. But given the fact there's a Q&A about cars or anything really, as long as it's YouTube appropriate, obviously, I'm fine with answering questions. But just realize that there are some things I won't be answering questions on as well. Gotta keep that in mind. So yeah, not gonna need the scissors until I open these cars. Well, except for this one, because that one I can just pull it open that way. But kind of want to save that one towards slightly near the end of the unboxing part of this live. Kind of same with these as well. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to figure out which of the premiums to open after these are opened. But I think I'm gonna start the premium open with these two. Probably the Bentley, then the Nissan Nismo R32. Copa Camaro. Like I said before this live, some of these cars were from a collector friend. Some of them were from the diecast store, the special one. I don't think I have this color version of the Copa Camaro, and it really looks nice in this purple with flames color. Oh, and if you're hearing that music in the background on Gran Turismo 5, it means race just finished. And yes, I'm actually in the fastest race car on Gran Turismo 5. It's a special Red Bull like track only race car concept like thing. Car is over 1,500 horsepower, and the car's only from 2010. And at that time, I don't think any race car could hit 315 miles per hour, especially weighing under 600 kilograms in total for the weight. Chaparral 2D. Next up to open. That one came out pretty quick. And yes, speaking of Chaparral cars, they did have the two in the red color version, but just didn't feel like buying it, even though probably next time I'm there, I may consider getting it, but I already have one in white. Although, to be honest, if I saw the red one sooner, which I probably did as of a few weeks or so ago, I would have bought that one along with that Holden Commodore SS touring car because, unfortunately, the people that are, having people buy cars from the store and, whatever, like having them find certain cars there said, we had collector there buy a lot of Holden cars lately, so probably couldn't buy that one, and yeah, they were right about that. Missed my chance to get a really cool Holden Commodore SS. There are a few different versions of it. I think the one they had there might have been from this carbonated cruisers, but I don't know. Here's the Chaparral 2D. And yes, this is actually the second one in my collection. I do have another one, but that one was way more used. Like, all the paint and stuff was way more wear off, kind of. This is the first time I think I have it. No, second one I have it, this one, actually. So, yeah, 2003 first edition, along with the Chaparral. It's a tuned Dodge Charger Daytona from 1970. I do believe I have another one of these, but from a newer year and stuff, and a completely different paint job as well. Hello, thanks for joining my live. So yeah, another thing that I'm going to mention is I'm going to when I'm able to buy these brand new N-Case cars at Walmart or Target. The Pagani Zonda R, the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon, and the Lotus Avia. Those three cars really high on my list of Hot Wheels basic cars to buy. Here's the tuned Charger Daytona from 1970 in this brown color. So yeah, the reason why I'm racing these cars separately from the Cars and Subscribers race number 5 is because I want to race them separately to see which is the fastest out of these group of cars, because they may not be like one of the fastest cars ever down the track, which for right now still seems to be that Mercedes, but you never know. Any one of these cars over here that has not been used could possibly beat that Mercedes down the track, just saying. 81 Camaro, this is from Flying Customs. Ooh, they had a really nice car in this set, 935/78. That would have been a nice car to have in my collection. So yeah. Here's that Camaro. I'm kind of excited to see which of these Hot Wheels cars is going to be fastest on my track. And yes, these are all Hot Wheels cars actually, just from different years and stuff. I do have the Mach-E. I actually have it in white and red, and I have a Zamac version too. So yes, I do actually have a few different versions of that car. I have 3 different color versions of that. I have 2 regular colors, one in white, one in red, and then I have a Zamac version. So yeah, I have 3 different color versions of the Mach-E. In fact, Matchbox, yes, you're hearing this right, is making a Mach-E basic version, not the race car drift track only car, in 2022 Mix 6, which is the mix with the black Porsche Super Chase. And as far as I'm aware, they're not even making a regular Porsche in that same mix to go along with said Super Chase. So I'm wondering if that's going to make it harder to find or easier to find. Because, when the C8 Chase came out, everyone found that pretty easily because they didn't make a basic version. They did, but that was in the mix before. Because then the mix after, there was no Corvette to be found in it. So, yeah. And then 2023 Mix A, thanks to another diecast update news channel on YouTube, they have somehow been able to confirm that Mix A is going to have a 1932 Ford Model B coupe in orange for the first Super Chase of the 2023 Matchbox basic cars for next year. So probably by December or January, December this year, January of next year is when we'll probably see that one in stores. But you never know. Somehow stores can get newer products ahead of time when certain things are announced on YouTube from those diecast car channel update on their channels. So yeah. Next up, Jeep Scrambler. I don't even have this one in my collection. This is the first time I ever have a Jeep Scrambler in my collection. From the Hot Wheels Off-Road series. Just trying to move the cards out of the way. Gotta say, this Jeep Scrambler truck looks really nice. And speaking of the Mach-E, I know this is kind of a little pause in the unboxing. I think I have that one over here somewhere because I haven't raced it yet. Yeah, there it is. There's the Zamac one, like I said. And this was actually from J-Case this year. Yeah, this is the Zamac Mach-E 1400. So this is a Walmart-only car, which means if you don't have a Walmart store in your area, you may have to go to like some specialty diecast store to find this, wherever you're from, that is, because I don't really like to say this to say people can't find certain cars, but if you're outside of North America, USA, all the states and Canada combined, I really do hope and wish you the best of luck of finding Zamac cars, because I haven't ever found a Zamac car outside of North America, just from my experience of diecast car hunting in general. So yeah, these are pretty much USA, Walmart, and North America exclusives. Well, USA and Canada exclusives for the Zamac cars. So yeah, this one, that Zamac car is available to choose for Subscribers Choice Race 6. Subscribers Choice Race 5 is full right now, which is why I'm going to be doing that race relatively soon. And then I have 4 spots left for Subscribers Choice Race 6. I'm not sure how many Subscribers Choice Race events I'm planning on doing in total, but I want to have at least even groups of 6 cars. So if I did 24 races, that would be 4 groups of 6 cars, and then it would be 24 down to 12, 12 down to 6, 6 down to 3, 3 down to 2. So if you know what I'm saying by that, that's why I'm trying to have it be that many cars every time. So it's like there's already 4 cars advancing to Subscribers Choice Race Part 2 for like the depending on how many races I would do, that would be technically considered like the semifinals, because then the finals would be the last 2 cars remaining. But depending on how many groups there are, then it would be quarterfinals kind of thing. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna say I'm gonna end up doing, give or take on how many cars I have, 24 races in total, because if I do more than that, I'm gonna start losing track of how many cars and subscribers are gonna be in every single race. So yeah, I think 24 is a good cap for how many Subscribers Choice races in total I'll do, but that's only if there's 6 cars per race, because depending on how many people are in the Subscribers Choice race that choose a car, then that determines how many races I do in total. Because let's just say I have to wait like 2 or 3 months to do a Subscribers Choice race somehow. At that rate, I would just say I'm not canceling the race. I'm still going to do the race, but then that would have a bonus car, meaning instead of 6 cars, it would be 7. So then 1 car would have to race up against it. Basically, that means whichever car wins the race the first time, that car would advance, and then the bonus car would race in the second round of the same 5 cars from the previous race. If you all are understanding what I'm saying by that. So here's the carbonated cruiser Chevelle SS and the root beer paint job. It's another brown paint job car, which gotta say this looks really nice. I do believe I have another one of these in my collection somewhere. So yeah, there's that. I did actually make 2 separate videos before doing this live, so hopefully people saw both of them before joining this live. If not, then you can watch them after. 350Z from my Hot Wheels basic Fast and Furious set. And in my opinion, this is not the best color for a 350Z, but it is the color that was based off the one from Fast and Furious, so it's not that bad. It's just that in my preference, they could have done a better color, but given the fact this was based off the movie car, not bad looking at all, I will say. But I will say that's not the only Japanese car I'm going to be opening in this live. There's actually going to be 2 Japanese cars I'm opening in this live. And then more than 2 Japanese cars I'm going to be using down the racetrack. So yeah, those were the cars from the collector friend. Now it's time to open the cars from diecast today. Starting off with this first edition Ferrari 156. I believe this is like an old school F1 or Indy Grand Prix race car from Hot Wheels. So yeah, given the fact that Hot Wheels and it seems like Matchbox are no longer making Ferrari cars, but I can't really say anything about Matchbox because I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But it seems like they might be stopping, but I don't know. But this one looks really cool. Can't wait to race it down my track. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be really fast down the track or really slow down the track. Only way to know is if it can beat that Mercedes in every single lane somehow. And just timing it by itself as well. And with this Automobilia Pininfarina Red Edition, I will have 2 different color versions of that car actually. So yeah. So here's that Ferrari open. Wow, this thing feels really light. This thing is just super light. Doesn't even weigh that much, which is really cool. And thanks everyone for hitting the thumbs up button. And for the people that were here or are still here, thanks for being here. I'm not saying the live is over, but I'm just saying, it's okay if you pop in and out of the live. This is the Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition in blue with the Lamborghini car company on the car and the number 1 on the door area. I don't believe I have this car in this color version or have it in general. Well, I'm not sure if that's true or not, Dev Sanders, because I haven't ever raced that car down my track. Here's the Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition opened. I mean, that is a possibility that could happen to slow it down, but I don't know. Because, like I've said, I've never raced that car down my track, so Dev Sanders, you might be right. We'll only know when I race it down the track. Alright, next up from diecast. This is a Zamac, and it's another Ferrari. But this one is really cool looking. It's the F12 Berlinetta Zamac, and it is a new for 2013 car. So yeah. Even though some of these are older cars and some of these are newer cars, I'm gonna pretty much open all of them anyways. That are in this area that are close to me, which are these cars and the premium cars from diecast. So there's the Zamac F12 Berlinetta. Gotta say, it looks really nice in silver. There are headlight details, no taillight details. Don't understand why, but in my opinion, if you're doing something like a Ferrari, you should do the red taillight details as well, just to make it look more, actual, like the real car kind of thing. Oh, that's cool. On the back of this red edition, there's the word red. So here's the Automobilia Pininfarina Battista Red Edition. This kind of looks like a few different cars put into one car. Surprisingly, I have Google searched. This is a German car company, so no, this is not Italian. So it's not gonna probably end up being based off Ferrari or Lamborghini, even though it looks like it could be. The car company is actually German. So yeah, I mean, it could look like it's based off some Italian, British, other European cars, but surprisingly, the car company itself is not Italian. This car company is German. Just clearing space out to open more cars. Right. Come on. If you're wondering why there's one car here and then 2 under it, it's because I want to save those towards the ending part of the opening cars part in this live. This one should be relatively easy to open. This is an Auto World car. I've never seen this before from Auto World, but given the fact that it's an older car from Auto World, I mean, the car itself is from 2011, so that's probably why I didn't see it much in stores when it came out. Huh. Well, this car was $599 for whoever ended up buying it before I did. It's the Hennessy Camaro. This car makes 1,021 horsepower in total. Top speed is probably well over 200 because given the fact that it had that much horsepower. Here's the base for the car. And here's the car itself. So yeah, this is the 2011 Hennessy Camaro. And yes, this one is a little bit heavier compared to majority of the other cars I've opened so far. This is actually my first ever Hennessy performance toy car that I have in my collection. They did have another one in orange, but I kind of like this color better. Alright, time to open some of the mini GT cars. And yes, there's 6 of them, which I think is either my highest amount of mini GT cars that I've ever bought from that special diecast store, or the second highest amount. But either way, probably don't really need to know that fact, but I guess the only reason I would be saying it is because I'm surprised that I ended up getting that many mini GT cars at that store today, because normally I don't get that many mini GT cars. So, next one I'm opening, it's going to be a surprise shocker because I normally don't buy too many mini GT Japanese kind of cars, but this one had a really special place for me because I like the Nismo cars and I do like the Nissan Skyline GTRs. And for all you other JDM collectors, this one's not going to be sold at Walmart or Target or King Supers or even Hobby Lobby. I mean, it might be sold like through some of those companies' website, but they're going to be sold through like a different seller kind of person. Here's the Bentley Continental GT3. What's the sponsor? Oh, this is Team Parker. This is the Team Parker Bentley Continental GT3 from 24 Hours of Spa, which is a race that's held in Germany on the Spa track there. It's a German racetrack name. I'm not going to go into how to pronounce it because I'm not the best at speaking German so much either. But I believe it's pronounced Spa de Francorchamps or however that one's pronounced. Oh yeah. I just gave it my best shot of pronouncing that track name. So yeah. Yeah, I know I'm making a mess of opening these cars, but obviously I'm going to clean that up after they're all open. Now, this is the one that I'm talking about. This is my first ever Nismo-tuned Nissan car that I have in my collection. Well, actually, correction, second one, but the first one was a track-only car. This one's technically more of a road-going car, but the chances of seeing these today are very slim because this is the R32 model. I will show it before I open it soon. This is the Nissan Skyline GTR. It doesn't say R32, but it's based off the R32 or 33, but I think it's the R32 just based off the headlights and taillight stuff. Yeah, definitely based off the R32 for this one. Doesn't this look based off the R32 Skyline? Because I know it does to me. Yeah, it's the Nissan Skyline GTR R32 or R33 Nismo S-tuned in a really nice dark blue color. This is technically my second Nismo car in my collection that's a Nismo-tuned Nissan. But given the fact that the first one I opened was a race car, this is technically my first ever road-going Nismo-tuned premium or diecast car in my collection as a road-going car, not a track-only car. Car in real life, 533 horsepower from the inline six, and yes, it's been tuned to that much thanks to Nismo, obviously, because it's a Nismo-tuned car. Car can reach a top speed of about 200, or maybe slightly over 200. I wouldn't say like 220, but maybe like 200 to 210, somewhere in that range. But yeah, 533 horsepower for that kind of a Nissan car. I don't think many other road-going Japanese cars at that time had 500 plus horsepower, unless they had a really big engine that could make a lot of power. That wasn't tuned by a tuner car company like this one was. Getting the car out. Don't forget the carry box. Oh, did I not put the carry box with the Bentley? Oh, so here's the carry boxes for the two cars, the Nissan and the Bentley, so you can see them. Oh, this thing looks super cool opened. Here it is. Wow, that thing just looks nice opened. For all you JDM collectors, highly recommend you buy this if you're able to find mini GT cars in your area. This is actually my first oldest version of a Skyline GTR, R32 or 33 model. That's a Nismo tuned car. That was my second Nismo tuned Nissan Nissan car in my collection of diecast cars, because I think Nismo only did Nissan cars. Don't think they did anything else. Next up, this Pagani is a one-off car. It's the Pagani Zonda HP Barachetta, however you pronounce the last name, because the last name of this car is Italian, so no. I'm going to try to attempt it as correct as I can, but I don't speak the best Italian, so I'm sorry if it's wrong. 7.3 liter V12, 790 horsepower. The price for this thing in real life, though, you may not be super excited when I say this. 15 million for this car in real life. You heard me right. This car is 15 million US dollars in real life. But again, it's a special one-off made Pagani Zonda car. This does actually have more horsepower than the Zonda R or any of the road-going Paganis did before their newer ones from 2023 or earlier or later on this year or sometime next year or the years after that. So yeah. Getting the car out of the packaging so I can show it to you way closer up soon. Hopefully people are able to stick around to watch the racing part. Oh wow, that thing looks super sick opened. Gotta be careful with it because it's a premium car, so don't want to damage it before it's fully out. Thank you so much, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up button. Whether you're just popping in or out or still in the live stream, whether you're chatting or not, that's totally fine. But I really do appreciate everyone for doing that. Wow, this is nice. There it is. The Pagani Zonda HP Barachetta, fully opened from the packaging. I really want to be super careful with this thing because it's a one-off made Pagani that isn't going to ever be made again. Given the fact this one came out before the models from this year, I believe. I mean, there might still be a few of that around because obviously the car in real life is 15 million. So, yeah. The next one I'm opening out of the packaging is the Aventador SVJ Roadster. in this really nice gold color. The color is Oro Elios, however you pronounce that. Not sure if the color name is Italian or not, but it sure might sound like it. I was going to mention something that for people not making my live right now, I know that some people are at Zelda diecast racing over at Andy's channel because he's doing a like losers racing event, which I might pop in there just to support his channel because obviously I try to support as many diecast car channels as I can. Here's the Roadster. Doesn't that look awesome or what? Fully opened. That just looks really nice opened. Again, try to be as careful as I can with these cars because the premium ones, don't want to damage them. All right, just setting aside the those things. I think I'm going to do this one at the very end. I'm going to open this one next. Now this one, okay, I'm sorry if I'm getting kind of a little emotional here, but this was one I've been waiting for a very long time, ever since I found out that it was coming to special diecast stores as a mini GT car in 1/64 scale. It's the first time this one has ever been released as a 1/64 scale car by Mini GT or other diecast car companies. It's a roof car, and yeah. Harm Solid Snake. Oh, sorry, I almost didn't see you there. Corvette. Are you thinking about the Corvette for like a racing thing, or what I said on a previous live or something? Anyways, here it is. This really awesome roof CTR anniversary. This might be the CTR 2 or the CTR Yellowbird, but there it is in the packaging before I open it. And like I said, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit more emotionally attached to some of these cars, but it's just that the reason is because I've just been longing to find some of these cars for so long. I'm not going to be like super, crazy, like over the moon emotional about these cars, but my emotion right now is like super happy, like more happy than I would ever be about having this car in my collection right now. Because Honest Diecast would love to have this one in his collection. This is a modified Porsche 911. In fact, it has more horsepower than any of the Porsche 911s did in the 1980s or 90s. This car could reach over 200 miles per hour. Most of the road-going Porsche cars could not even go that fast. The reason is they didn't have enough horsepower compared to this thing. And this is limited to 1 out of 4,800, meaning that they're only going to make 4,800 of this mini GT car in total. So that even makes it more harder to find. Starting to open it now. Get this out of the way. Nope. There it is. Here's the card box for it, the travel box. Yeah, this car company is pronounced Roof, which is a German car company. And that's why I said it's a modified Porsche. All right, come on. Wow, this thing just looks super cool open. It doesn't even say if it's a CTR2 or not. It just says Roof. But either way, this roof for Mini GT in this yellow color looks awesome. And yes, this is based off an 80s or 90s Porsche 911, by the way, but it makes more power than them. In fact, a majority, well, not all, but decent amount of roof cars from like the 80s and today are four-wheel drive. However, these four-wheel drive sports or supercars are not really great for off-roading purposes, obviously, because they're really hard to come across by, and these were just meant for performance, like on the road or track, I guess. So yeah. All right. This is another one that I've really been waiting to open. The Bugatti Deutsche, however you pronounce that car's last name, because again, it's a French car, so really having a hard time pronouncing it. Now, this one just is limited edition. It doesn't say how many are made in total, but my guess is they're going to make way less than 5,000 of this in total. But given the fact this is a very special and expensive Bugatti, they're probably not going to make that many. But there it is. Getting closer to being fully open. My mini garage. Hey, thanks for being here, and thanks for also letting me know that you're okay with waiting to be in the 6th race for Subscribers Choice Racing to race that Porsche 911. Now, yes, technically these premium cars could go down my 6-lane track, but I don't want to race them down that too much because, these are all rubber tires and they're pretty heavy. So, yeah, here it is, opened all the way. This thing just looks sick. And really want to mention Color to Diecast because this is a place where I get all of these really hard to find premium cars and basic cars like the Hot Wheels Ferraris that aren't made anymore. So yeah, I will have a video with this one, what's in here, and the Vision Gran Turismo Mini GT cars, and this premium one in one video, and triple Bugatti premium cars from my collection, but that's going to happen on a different day. Just really like this car. Now, my mini garage, if you think that was cool, wait until you see what's in this box. Yes, it is a Chiron, but you're just going to be really in shock once you see what's in this. Where did I put that car's box? Oh, there it is. It's still in there. My mini garage, I'm not sure if you've seen this one before or not, but what's in here is definitely a really nice $40 edition for anyone who can find it at specialty premiums diecast stores to their collection. This will be a nice addition to anyone's collection, whether you're into Bugattis or not. But wait until you see this amazing premium Chiron. What do you think of this one? Double Blue Chiron Premium. My mini garage, what do you think of this Bugatti Premium? Because this one was $40 in total for this car. Well, that's without tax, and with tax it's probably closer to $50 for this car. It's a double blue paint job, by the way. Now, doesn't say who it's made by, but given the fact that this one was $40, I'm just gonna have to keep it in its box thingy because it looks too good to be raced or anything. Yeah, the two-tone blue color is definitely nice. And this is the box that Chiron comes in, and yes, it does have a picture of a Chiron on the front, but the one pictured on the front is a light blue and a black color, which is not even close to the color of the one in there. The one of the color in there is even way better, in my opinion. In fact, I think this is my first ever premium Bugatti Chiron, if I'm not mistaken. Well, possibly not, because there may have been like an earlier premium Hot Wheels version of this car, which I might have somewhere, but it's the most expensive Bugatti premium I have in my collection, I know that. This is not a chase from Hot Wheels. This one was just $40 in general. That other. Oh, are you talking about the light blue and the black Chiron on here? Are you talking about this one right here? Like this one on the front of the container for this Chiron? Like, could it be this diecast car company's chase from whatever company it's from? I'm not sure, but to be honest, probably not, because I don't think this company would make a chase, and if they did, they would definitely have someone make a video on it on YouTube. So yeah, but as far as my knowledge of Bugatti cars from Hot Wheels or Matchbox, I don't think either one of them has made a Bugatti chase car yet. So yeah, well, that wraps up the unboxing part. But before it's done, I need to line up all the cars so you can see them all. So yeah, just gotta line up all the cars here as best as I can. Gotta be careful with the premiums. Gonna have to take this car out again. Right. Oops. Part of the car thing. 3, 6, 3, and 3 is 6. Alright. Well, here's all the cars right here from today's live fully opened. If there's one you wanted to see closer up, please do let me know before I jump into subscribers choice race number 5. If you have questions, now's one of the 2 best times to ask them, because well, for one reason is I'm trying to get to that race soon. The other reason is I'm going to be, planning on finishing a Gran Turismo racing championship thing, and that does take some time. So yeah. If my mini garage or anyone else that's in the chat feature right now wants to see one of these cars closer up to the screen with a slower way so you can see it from all different angles, please let me know. If not, then I will just make separate videos of all these cars, either one by one or in the same video together. Well, any questions about this or anything else that's cars or video games related? Doesn't seem like it to me. So because of that, I will be heading to get the computer moved so you can get ready to see Subscribers Choice Race 5 happen. Well, the live stream's not over, my mini garage. Still have to do this racing event. Just have to remember who's in what car. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Subscribers Race 5 soon. Oh, here we go. Wait, there's a Hot Wheels thing near you, my mini garage? Oh, that's cool. I'm not sure if that's like the design area or something else. Right. So Alex Flint is the blue GT40 Mark IV Golf Racing. Zelda Diecast Racing's in the McLaren um, F1 in orange. The Weekend Warrior is the blue MR2. Diecast Review Racing is the Dodge Durango. Old School Diecast is in the blue Toyota Tacoma. And Drew Diecast plus Jeter is in the yellow Honda S2000. So just gotta remember those names because there will be three cars, three different first place cars. Doing well, after that it'll go down to two. Then those two do a best of six. 3, 2, 1, go. Winner, lane 5. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I did actually hear that Hot Wheels is opening some sort of theme park thing somewhere in USA, I believe. So that's kind of cool. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about or something else. But yeah, there is some like Hot Wheels amusement theme park opening somewhere in USA. So yeah. All right. Old School Cool Diecast has advanced to the next round. So congrats to him and their channel for advancing to the second part of this Subscribers Choice Race 5. I'm starting to wonder if that's what it is, my mini garage, that almost like theme park thing. Because I did hear something a few months ago that there's going to be a Hot Wheels theme park opening somewhere in USA. And wherever that is, I may consider going there someday. I'm not sure if I'm going on the ride so much per se, but if they have a store there of like, imagine if that store had like every single Hot Wheels car there. That would be cool, but I don't think it would. It would probably have mostly newer ones. But, yeah. All right, so Drew Diecast plus Jeter still in. Diecast Review Racing is still in. The Weekend Warrior is still in. Alex Flint is still in. And Zelda Diecast Racing, otherwise known as Andy, is still in too.
Go. Zippy, zippy, ziggy. Zippy, zing. How'd your live go?
I'm still doing it.
Ooh. Go.
But it's going really well so far. There's 7 thumbs up on the live.
Did you open all your cars?
Yeah, they're up there.
Wow. All of them or some of them?
All of them.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. That's a lot.
Three, two, one, go. Hey, Zelda Diecast Racing is going to the next round. Good for Andy and his channel. All right. Oh, yeah, gonna have to do that. Which means there's 4 other subscribers from their channels. Jared Diecast plus Jeter, The Weekend Warrior, Alex Flint, and the other channel, sorry, I keep forgetting their names somehow for their channel name, are still in here. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, the Durango won that somehow. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking. You may not be able to find like all Hot Wheels cars there at this like Hot Wheels theme park, whatever thing that's opening somewhere in USA, but you'll probably be able to find like a lot of the newer ones, most likely. So yeah, well, I need to figure out who chose the Durango from that one. I think it was this one. Yes, it was. Who chose the Durango? Oh, Diecast Review Racing chose the Durango. Old School Cool Diecast advanced on the first one. Zelda Diecast Racing, Andy from his channel, advanced on the second one. And Diecast Review Racing is the third car to advance. So, Alex Flint is eliminated. Joe Diecast plus Jeter eliminated. And the Weekend Warrior is eliminated, but they're not out completely because they are in the fastest car still. All right, now it's down to those 3 channels left. So let's see who's going to take it all out of those 3. Old School, Cool Diecast, Zelda Diecast Racing, and Diecast Review Racing. 3, 2, 1, go. And Zelda takes the win. Zelda has advanced to the final 2, but will he have enough to hold it off against these 2? That one's pretty light, but we don't know. And it looks like Diecast Review Racing will not be making it. So it's between Old School Cool Diecast and Zelda Diecast Racing. Let's see who advances, Zelda Diecast Racing or Old School Cool Diecast. Ooh, Old School Cool Diecast won the first one. Ooh, tied. We're tied already. Wow, bonus race could happen then. Well, not anymore. And Zelda Diecast Racing is ahead. And Zelda Diecast Racing Andy comes back and completes the 3 races needed to win. All right, let's give a shout out to Zelda Diecast Racing, Andy and his channel for advancing to the second part of the Subscribers Choice Racing event on my channel. Congratulations to Andy and his channel for advancing. Well, I'm glad that he advanced because he just made a comment on both of the videos before this live today, and he said, "Let's go," for his car. That's totally fine. That is totally fine with me. If you have to do something, because I will be racing more cars soon, but they won't be in Subscribers Choice Race 5. They will be ones you can choose for number 6 though. But just keep in mind, my mini garage, if you change your mind about a car, please let me know before the Subscribers Choice Race 6 is officially closed with all 6 subscribers. Because I don't want to keep changing cars once we have all 6 subscribers. Because I technically had to do that for Subscribers Choice Race 5, but then the person's like, yeah, they're just gonna stick with the car they chose. And it's their choice, but unfortunately they didn't end up advancing. But if they choose a car in Subscribers Choice Race 6, that's fine with me, because sometimes repeat subscribers will show up in other races. Alright, time to get the non-premium cars on the track, although I might consider racing the premiums just to see which one does end up winning out of those, because that track can be used for premium cars as well. Back in here. Sorry. And you want this? Actually, let's do this one. Let's put you here. We'll put you here. Put you there. Oh, that's the one that I was wondering where that one went off to. Put you there, and put you there. Alright. Whoa, that car just did a flip right there. Seems okay. For that car. Alright. Well, thanks for being here, my mini garage. These are the other cars right here in this area that I'm doing in a randomized race, because I want to see how fast each of them can go down the track. Because these cars have never been raced. You just saw them a few seconds ago, but they have never been raced on this track. For this one and this color version, and same for this and this color version. And a few of the other cars, kind of same thing. I can't really do USA cars only because there is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 international cars. I mean, I could do that, but kind of want to throw in some competition of USA versus international countries. So, yeah. Put you there. Let's put you there and put you there. All right. Well, both races are set up and ready to go. Let's just see what happens. All right. I'm only going to do well, actually, no, I can do a top 3 for both, because then that's 6 in total, then I'll go down to 3, and then, yeah, so 2 cars will in advance from this. 3, 2, 1, go. Dude, that automobile just destroyed everything. This car just destroyed everything right out of the start gate. That's the first time Lane 5 has won in a while. Three, two, one, go. Ooh, Camaro barely. Looks like that Kuntas was about to win, but couldn't pull it off. You know, 2 red cars have advanced. I just noticed that from this race. And somehow the Chevelle wins. Wow. Oh. These two can just go up there right now. And these can go over there. Right. I'm wondering if this tiny Ferrari will be fast or slow. I'm about to find out. Three, two, one, go. Nope, lane 3. The tuned car won, but that Ferrari was pretty quick. Even though it took not too long to catch up. Well, now since that tuned car is out of the way, let's see what'll happen next time. Three, two, one, go. The news getting slower, surprisingly, like someone had said. Oh, line 4. Hey, it's the Chaparral that just won that. Yeah, I think that small Ferrari's a bit too slow. Seems like it's probably going to get eliminated, to be honest. Just seems like that Jeep wouldn't. Well, let's see if it'll go down in that lane. 3, 2, 1, go. Dude, the Ferrari advanced. What the? Wow. I was not expecting this thing to advance, but this thing has advanced somehow. I can't believe it, but it has. Wow. Well, I was wrong. This thing actually advanced. Wow. Well, let's see. There. No. Near there. Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, that car is pretty light, so kind of makes sense. Even though it got 3rd place in that second race, it's all it needed to advance. Trying to get them more straightly lined up with this as best as I can. 3, 2, 1, go. And the Automobilia does it again. I don't know how, but it is. Maybe a different color of that car is all it needed to win somehow. Let's see who gets the second win. 3, 2, 1, go. The Chevelle. Wow. And those two were both in the same race, actually. Three, two, one, go. The Camaro. Ferrari's eliminated. Ferrari had a good run, but just couldn't do it. Nor could that tuned car, surprisingly. I think that Camaro was the only car from the second race that's advancing to this next race. Because there were 6 cars in the second race and only 5 in the first one. Right. Or were all of these 3 in the same race? I think they might have been, because that was in the second race, that was the second race. Oh, that's right, the first race was these 5, second race was 1, 2. And then a few other cars that should be over here, I thought. Okay, now I'm not seeming to find all these cars now, somehow. Oh, that's right, because not all of them were from there. Just gotta remember that. Actually, these 6 cars were from the store. Actually, no, these 1, 2, 3, 4 were from the store. 1, 2, 3, 4 were not from the store. Oh, that makes more sense now. Oh, and then there's the Jeep and the Nissan and that Camaro as well. Yeah, I remember that now. Some of those were in the other mix. Well, Mobilia. Don't know how, but it's doing it. We're having 2 red cars race off. To see who wins it once and for all. Oh, that car's just going to win every time because it gets ahead really quickly, just like the Mercedes does against its opponents. Yep, was ahead again. I think this is going to win it all based off what it's done before. Yep, just swept the Camaro. That car couldn't stand a chance. Now I'm testing it up against this to see what happens. Oh my goodness, no way! I can't believe what I just witnessed. I might have a new fastest car. Sorry, Weekend Warrior, but you can't change your choice. I gotta see this to make sure it's true. That's twice! That's twice! This can't be happening. I want to just reset the cars to make sure they were exactly straight as can be. Oops, same. Yep. Well, I mean, beating a car above 80% of the time is pretty much unheard of. Alright, there's 1 lane separation done. 2 of them done. Well, seems like I might have a new fastest car. But it's going to be a close one, I will say that much. So as of right now, these are my 2 fastest cars ever done my 6-lane track. Well, I don't see any questions or anyone else in the chat feature. So, I mean, if Zelda Diecast Racing does happen to show up soon, then I will be, going a bit longer just for that. I mean, yes, there's 1 person here, but, they're probably just watching, and that's a little different. I think he might be joining my live, but I'm not quite sure. What I mean by he is Zelda Diecast Racing. And actually, I will be going a little bit longer on the live because I'm still planning on finishing that Gran Turismo Championship thing, which is why after this is the next best time to do the Q&A thing. Zelda Diecast Racing, hey, thanks for joining. So, even though you're joining just now, I want to give you a few quick updates of what's happening. So, gonna have to go over here so I can show you what's happened. So, as you can tell, these cars were the premium ones that I opened from this live stream, including this one that's in the box right there, well as the other Hot Wheels cars that are in this giant glob of cars back there too. So yeah, just to let you know that. And actually, I'm gonna bring these cars up a bit closer. Ooh, that was not so good. Just trying to find the other ones. Oh, here's some right here. I'll be back shortly. Zelda Diecast Racing. Need to find that car wherever it fell to. Huh, that's odd. There it is. Don't worry, I'm still here, Zelda Diecast Racing. I'm just finding the cars that I opened on this live. Still here, Andy? So I just finished all the racing stuff, by the way. Zelda Diecast Racing, which, I know you are okay with some people calling you Andy as well. But I did finish Subscribers Choice Race 5, and guess what happened? You weren't here when I said it, but I did mention it in the comment thing on your losing cars tournament racing event. But you did advance to the next round. You did actually advance, by the way, which is why I put that comment on your video. So congratulations, Andy, on advancing. That's totally fine. If you came here late, that's totally fine. So yeah, I know since you came here late, just let me know if you want to see any certain cars closer up to the screen of these cars, that are right here. So yeah, basically everything behind where I kind of made a line with my hand are already shown cars. So yes, that F1 is advancing to part 2. It's not going into the finals just yet because Subscribers Choice Race 6 will be happening. So yeah, let me know, Andy, if you want to see one of these cars closer up from these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So about 20 cars, well, one shy of 20. So yeah, let me know if you want to see one of these 19 cars closer up. And I will do that since you came here late. So yeah, if you want to see one of these closer up, like, a slower view so you can see it from like all different angles or whatever, just let me know. Zelda Diecast Racing, don't forget to choose your car for Subscribers Choice Race 6. And oh, well, I guess I'll show this one first. You probably may or may not have ever heard of this company before, because I know you don't get a lot of like crazy like high performance American cars like from our country where you are, Zelda Diecast Racing, but this is a very special Camaro. This is the 2011 Hennessy Camaro. This car produces 1,021 horsepower, and its top speed is well over 200, and that's probably faster than any road-going Camaro or Corvette at the time. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know that this is a really special Camaro. It's a Hennessy tuned one, 1,021 horsepower. The price for this is over 100,000. I'm not sure how much over, but it's more than that, I know, for the real life car. So yeah, Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition. This is a car that was pretty decently quick on the track, even though it is slightly heavy for that one. This one is pretty quick, but it's I want to say it's light, but it can be fast or it can be slow. That's all I'm saying. So it's hard to tell if it's going to win or lose. So yeah, okay. How can I say this? I want to say this as nice as I can, Andy. I know you have a few people like send cars from their country to race all the way over in your country for your car racing events, but the reason I don't do that is shipping is pretty expensive to ship stuff overseas outside of USA and Canada. That is, also, I don't really normally want to mention this, but I don't officially have a license, so I can't just drive to the post office and like mail cars to like do stuff for like if I was to do a giveaway in the future whenever that happens, that's going to be a while. So yeah, Grumbler diecast, not much really. I just bought about 10 something cars at Colorado Diecast today. I did get some really cool premium ones. This is one I've really been waiting for. This is a Roof Anniversary Edition CTR, by the way. Roof is actually a modified Porsche. These are made in Germany, which is same place Porsche cars are made, because that's where both of the car companies' headquarters or museums are. So yeah, this one was not cheap, as you can tell. Yeah, this one was about technically $40. Um, um, the other thing is, I know you've mentioned that if I send it to someone, they'll send it to you as well. So I just don't really. How can I say this? I understand you want people to send you cars for your racing event, Zelda Diecast Racing, but I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because most of the cars I end up, racing, they'll get damaged after a while, and I'm not trying to say this to hurt anyone's feelings, but sometimes packages have been stolen from like those mail truck things. Oh, I'm glad you understand what I'm saying. Thank you for understanding me, because not everyone is able to do stuff like that. So, yeah. Out of all the many GT cars I have, this is definitely my top three now. I don't know why, but it's definitely my top three, along with that one. So yeah. Zelda Diecast Racing, I think you're gonna like seeing this car closer up. It's the Nissan Nismo tune. Oh, it's the R32. I was right all along. I was right. So this is the Nissan GTR Skyline R32 Nismo S tune in a nice dark blue color. So what do you think of this car, Zelda Diecast Racing? This car, 533 horsepower for the real life car. It's 4-wheel drive, top speed of about top speed of 200 miles per hour. So what do you think of this car, Andy? Yeah, this Nissan Nismo R32 in this dark blue color looks really cool. And it's actually my first ever R32 Nismo car from Mini GT. This is my second Nismo tuned car, but it's not really a Nismo. Well, actually, correction. That is my first Nismo tuned car because the other one was a Nissan GTR GT3, which is not a Nismo tuned car. It's just like Nismo's the sponsor for that race car because technically that one's already been tuned for like race specs only stuff. So that's why that one didn't say it's a tuned car. So technically that is my first Nismo tuned car because the other one didn't say that on the card. So yeah. You mean the R32 one, Zelda? Is that the one you're talking about? This one can fit on the track, but it's a premium. This one right here is a premium. All of these premium cars I don't race in my subscribers' events because they cost a lot of money. So yeah. And yes, I do believe you're talking about the R32 one that I just showed. This one I'm not ever going to race for two different reasons. It's really expensive and it's pretty hard to come across by. I think you're going to like seeing this one, Zelda Diecast Racing. I know I definitely will. Bugatti Chiron. It's a double blue color. It doesn't really say what diecast car company. Um. So yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite premium Bugattis I have. The diecast car company that made this is surprisingly unknown for some reason, but I feel like it's European because it has the Chiron and like part of some sort of like European track on it on the card packaging as well. So yeah, this is the actual packaging for it. Although strangely enough, it seems like all of the lettering on the back is like Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure if this is Chinese or Japanese, but I think Andy, you might possibly know a little bit more on what kind of country this lettering is from on the back of the card packaging box. Yes, I do. I'm not even sure how many cars I have. I don't have time to count them all. That's the problem. So yeah, I normally don't really want to race the mini GT cars down my track for a few different reasons. The spoilers could break off, the paint can get damaged. So yeah, those are just a few reasons why I don't rarely why I rarely race these cars down my track. And the other reason is some of them may have like really heavier bodies compared to lighter bodies, so it wouldn't make it fair for other cars. I mean, because seriously, I'm comparing this to this. That roof is going to be lighter on the track compared to that Bugatti. But the thing is, though, these cars have like super highly detailed like seats and mirrors and stuff. I don't want to have those get damaged. So yeah. That is definitely true, Zelda diecast racing. Well, I do know that Zelda diecast racing, you have gotten like a few mail calls from like channels, whether they're to like race in your racing events or whatever, um, which is I feel like what you end up using them for, and that's really cool. But I'm also someone who collects cars as well as not just racing them. So yeah, um, well, it's getting kind of late. Do have a slightly busy day tomorrow, so probably if there's any final questions about the cars from this live or like cars like of any sort, diecast cars, real life cars, video game cars, or video game stuff, or stuff that's YouTube appropriate, now is the best time to ask. Yeah, that makes sense why you get those mail calls. I totally understand that, Andy. I just wish I could join that list of people, a group of people that's able to do it, but I'm just not able to. I mean, technically I could, but that would only be a day, like, if one of my, other adults is able to do that for me. Well, thanks for stopping by, Andy. Glad you made the live when you were able to. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you next time in my next cars or video game video or live stream. Although I will be making a separate video shortly after this for getting your subscribers' choice race 6 car chosen. There's already 2 people in it. My mini garage and Chris's junkyard diecast or whatever his channel name was is in the Corvette Gasser. My mini garage is in the blue Porsche, so there are 4 spots left for subscribers' choice race 6. So Zelda Diecast Racing, I will be making Subscribers Choice Race 6 pick your car for that race really shortly after this live. So once I make that video, don't forget to comment on that so I know what car you will be entered in for that race. Oh, I was going to tell you something, but I'm not sure if I should. But I just thought I'd let you know that some of these new Hot Wheels cars that I had are pretty fast down my track. So yeah. Bye, everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this live. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next time in my next video or live about cars or video games. Also, don't forget to choose your car for Subscribers Choice Race 6 when I have that video on my channel. And yeah, just let me know what cars you find because I will try to watch your videos or lives. Andy, that's kind of a far out in the future possibility thing. That's just like a thought. It's like a plan that may or may not happen possibly. So yeah, that's not officially confirmed just yet, Andy. By the way, the only reason I mentioned that on his live is because we're both in the same country, but we're not in the same state whatever per se in the USA. So yeah, yeah. If it does happen, that would be cool. But I can't confirm anything about meeting Chris from his channel at the diecast store out there. But he did say it would be cool to do a video with me someday about cars. So if that ever happens, I'll let people know if it does. All right. Well, gotta go. It's getting pretty late, so have to end the live now. Thanks everyone for subscribing, being here, chat feature or not, and hitting the thumbs up button. I know. Well, have to go. And I don't say this enough to my subscribers, but I really do truly appreciate all of the 300 plus subscribers I have for subscribing to my channel. Because without all of these subscribers, I would not be having this many videos and stuff and comments on my YouTube videos. So yeah, and I just feel like the diecast car community just keeps growing every single day somehow. Like there's new people making videos on YouTube for like a new channel for diecast cars, whether it's racing or collecting or both. So yeah. Yep, that's pretty much it. Can't really think of anything else I was gonna add, so just gonna end it here right now for the live. I've actually been going for a bit over an hour and 30 minutes, but not by long. Past an hour and 30 minutes. Well, yeah, like I said, just wait and see what my next video or live will be, because whatever it's going to be a really good one. I'll tell you that. Bye.